Karma is real, but it's not a simple formula. The Gita teaches that karma is the fundamental law that shapes the universe. But karma is not a neat formula where good actions always bring good results or bad actions bring immediate punishment. It is far more complicated. Karma stretches across lifetimes, and its effects may show up much later or in completely different ways than we expect. Not everything that happens to you is a direct result of something you did. That's why Krishna warns us against trying to find a specific reason behind every situation. Life isn't a courtroom where justice is instantly served. Some effects are hidden, some are delayed, and some are influenced by other people's actions too. Thinking we can always trace back a clear line of cause and effect is not realistic. The universe doesn't work that way. So, instead of trying to figure out why something happened, the Gita urges us to understand that karma works on a much larger and more mysterious scale than we can imagine. Things happen, but not always in ways that make sense to us right now, and that's okay. So, Krishna never said karma works as a simple cause-effect formula where every event has a clear reason.
Free will is real, and so is human mistake. Many people believe everything that happens is destiny, but the Gita says something more balanced. In chapter 18, Krishna explains that action has 5 causes, including the person acting, their body, and their intention. This means we are not just pieces on a divine chessboard. We have free will. Our decisions matter. Sometimes bad things happen not because they were meant to, but because people made poor choices. A tragedy might not be fate. It could be the result of ignorance, fear, ego, or carelessness. When someone makes a wrong turn and causes harm, it's not always a cosmic plan. The Gita reminds us that human error plays a role in what happens. And when we understand this, we stop blaming the universe for every problem. We begin to take responsibility for our actions and their outcomes. The idea that everything happens for a reason can sometimes be an excuse to avoid hard truths. But the Gita invites us to wake up and see how much of life is shaped by our own choices. It's not about blaming ourselves, but about being honest. Not everything is destiny. Some things are simply consequences of human action.
Chaos exists, and not everything has a deep meaning. Life is unpredictable, and the Gita doesn't hide this. It explains that nature, property, works through 3 forces: sattva, clarity, rajas, energy, and tamas, inertia. These forces constantly mix and move, creating change and uncertainty. The universe isn't perfectly ordered. Sometimes things just happen. A flood, a disease, an accident. These may not be karmic punishment or divine tests. They might just be the result of the natural world doing what it does. The Gita does not say everything has a spiritual lesson hidden inside it. That idea might feel comforting, but it's not always true. Nature is full of movement and mystery. It's not always trying to teach you something. Chaos is part of the design. Storms are natural. Death is inevitable. Randomness is real. This doesn't mean we stop caring. It just means we stop trying to find meaning where there may be none. When we stop forcing a reason onto every event, we can respond more wisely. We can focus on what we can do instead of getting stuck trying to explain what we'll never fully understand. The Gita accepts that the world is both meaningful and chaotic, and it teaches us how to live in that space. Krishna acknowledged life's chaos and unpredictability without suggesting every misfortune is a divine lesson or punishment. Dharma isn't about why, it's about what you must do. When Arjuna sees the battlefield full of friends and teachers, he asks Krishna why he must fight. Krishna doesn't say it's all part of a grand plan. Instead, he tells Arjuna to follow his dharma, his duty. This is a major shift from how many people think. Instead of asking, why is this happening, the Gita says, what is the right thing for you to do now? Dharma isn't about finding meaning in every event. It's about acting with integrity no matter what the outcome is. Sometimes doing the right thing won't bring success. Sometimes you won't feel rewarded. But the Gita still says, do your duty. When we obsess over reasons and outcomes, we lose focus. We get stuck in emotions, confusion, or guilt. But Dharma gives you clarity. It helps you act even when things feel unfair or unclear. Following Dharma means doing what aligns with your conscience, not with what feels good or guarantees results. The Gita doesn't encourage passive acceptance. It encourages strong, right action, even when the world doesn't make sense. Instead of looking for purpose in pain, look for responsibility in your role. That's where peace begins. Detachment isn't giving up. It's seeing you're not the center. One of the Gita's most misunderstood ideas is detachment. People think it means you stop caring. But Krishna doesn't tell Arjuna to stop feeling. He says to stop attaching yourself to results. That's very different. We often say everything happens for a reason because we want to believe everything is about us. We want every event to teach us something, reward us, punish us, or shape us. But the Gita shows us that the universe doesn't work just for us. Sometimes things happen and they are not about you at all. Detachment means letting go of the belief that the world revolves around your growth or your comfort. It means accepting that life isn't a story written for your benefit. When you detach, you see life more clearly. You act without needing constant validation or explanation. You don't stop caring, you just stop expecting the world to behave according to your plans. Krishna teaches that real strength is in this kind of balance. You can be fully engaged in life while not being obsessed with how every event affects you. That's freedom, not from action, but from obsession with control. Liberation comes from clarity, not from understanding every reason. The Gita ends not with Arjuna understanding every mystery, but with him saying, "My doubts are gone, I will act." He didn't get all the answers, he got clarity. And that's what the Gita offers us, not full knowledge of why everything happens, but the wisdom to act even when we don't understand. Liberation, moksha, is not about knowing every detail of fate. It's about letting go of the need to know. It's about seeing the truth as it is, not as you wish it were. When we stop needing the world to make sense all the time, we become free. We stop waiting for perfect explanations and start living with purpose. Krishna tells Arjuna to focus on his connection with the divine, to act with courage, and to stop clinging to results. That's the path to inner peace. Instead of trying to decode fate, the Gita says to rise above it. Your power lies in how you respond, not in how much you understand. Life doesn't have to be predictable to be meaningful. Even without all the reasons, your actions still matter. That is where true peace and freedom begin.